Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle and you're watching Journaling 101. That's the Disney Channel thing. Yeah. So in today's video, I am going to be going over everything related to journaling, how to start journaling, and really just this is the video for anyone who wants to get into journaling but doesn't know where to start and is just overwhelmed by everything in the whole space of journaling. So yeah, if that's you, this video is for you. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the first thing that you want to think of even before you start journaling is figure out why you're even journaling in the first place, okay? I'm gonna label that number one, okay? Why do you even want to start journaling? Are you just kind of doing it for the trend, which in that case is totally fine, but I feel like you probably will want to find a deeper reason why you're journaling than that. Maybe you're journaling because you want to have a creative outlet, or you want to become a better writer, or maybe you're just trying to journal for self-discovery or even just memory keeping. So that's the first thing you got to do. Figure out why you're journaling, because if you don't even know why you want to journal or why you're starting a journal, it's going to be harder to figure out what style of journaling is going to work for you and kind of your goal that you want to come out of journaling. And so that will lead us into our second thing. Which is, what kind of journaling do you want to do? What style of journaling is going to work for you based on your why? Okay? So, now that you know why you're journaling, you can choose the journaling style that is going to work best for your needs and why you want to journal. So there are a lot of different styles of journaling, and this is where when I kind of started off, I was very much in the mindset that I couldn't do every style of journaling all in one, and I'll get into that later. But for example, if you want to journal more for memory keeping, maybe you would do more like a scrapbook journal, or even just like writing about your day, those kinds of things. If you're journaling for self-discovery, or even just trying to write more, become a better writer, that's where you can do more prompt type journaling, where basically you can just look up on Google journaling prompts related to whatever you're feeling. If you want to write more like creative writing, stories, you can search for things like that. If you're wanting to do more self-discovery, you can find prompts for that as well. So there's a lot of, things that go into it. Okay. And for those who are wanting to get into journaling on the more creative, artsy side of things, this is where you can do like the scrapbook journals, the creative journals, the art journals, the junk journals, and really like all of those there's a gray line between all of them, because you really just make it what you want and do what you want out of it. So like, for example, my journal right now is just like a compilation of all these things where I am memory keeping. It's kind of like a scrapbook, so I'll have pictures and stuff, and then I'll write about the event. But then there's also just pages where I'm just writing my thoughts and feelings, and then there are just like random sketches here and there. So really, you can make your journal however you want to. And you don't have to fit into one category. But if you do have like a specific goal, like maybe you are trying to feel more gratitude on your day-to-day life, then that's something where you can, keep your gratitude journal, and maybe every day you write a list of a few things you're grateful for. Oh my gosh, I'm talking so much. So maybe every day you can write a list of a few things you're grateful for, and that's all you want to do because that's your goal for your journal. For me, I want to journal because it's like a form of self-expression, I guess, and I feel like I can make my journal a reflection of myself, if that makes sense, because I really want to, be able to look back on it when I'm older and like really see the kind of person that I was at the time of making the journal. So that's kind of where my mind is at with all of it. So the third topic is going to be materials. And I feel like this is where a lot of people kind of get caught up on, because they're like, OMG, there's so many things you can use and so many things you need to start journaling. When really, that's not true. You can journal without going out and buying tons of journaling supplies or whatever. All you really need, a pen and a notebook, okay? And everything else is honestly just extra, and you can really just use things you already have in your journal as well, like random pieces of scrap paper, and I use my Crayola markers to color and make cool fonts and stuff, and just I have collected random stickers over the years to like use in here. Now I do have a lot of like washi tapes and extra like letter stickers and things like that, but that's not really necessary when you're starting out. And these are things that I've just kind of kept collecting over the years of making art, not even just for journaling, just art in general. That's where I have these things. But all you really need is a notebook and a pen, and it doesn't even have to be fancy or whatever. Just whatever you have on hand at the moment is totally fine and okay. Like, a lot of my journals are just random old composition notebooks in school, spirals that I just didn't use for school. Now, I personally love going out and buying pretty notebooks and things, which is totally okay because that is what motivates me a lot to want to journal and to want to write in the journal if it's like something that I love. And this I went out and got recently. It's a pink, not even gonna try to pronounce that. It's the German one. It's just like the dot journal, bullet journal, and I don't have much in here, but maybe I'll do a flip through when I have more in here. But yeah, that's pretty much for materials all you really need. Okay, so the fourth topic that we're going to be going over is, how do you actually journal? This is the question everyone asks. How do you journal? How do you start journaling? So there is no one right way to journal, and there's honestly not even a wrong way to journal. When I started journaling, I had to keep every separate type of journal in a different notebook. Like, I wanted to do creative journaling, scrapbook journaling, but I also wanted to just write out my day and my thoughts and my feelings. And so I always would just keep those separate for some reason, and then it would lead to me like focusing on one or the other more, and it was just all very confusing. And so it doesn't have to be that way, okay? You just do what you want, what you're feeling in the moment. And that's like it's like the best part about journaling, because it's just being creative and having that freedom to do whatever you want and not feel constricted to, oh, but this is just my writing notebook, you know? So I can't put pictures and stuff in it, which is totally wrong. Like, you can do whatever you want. And on that same note, your journal pages don't have to be perfect. And honestly, your first ones are not going to look good. Like, if you're making creative journal spreads, your first pages are probably not going to look that good, and that's totally okay. It's all about experimenting and having fun, and, you know, because in the end, the journal you're creating is for you, and unless it's like something you want to be posting on social media or whatever, your journal is yours. It's for you, not for anyone else, so you can just make it how you want to make it, and don't even worry about being perfect. Like, it's okay to mess up, and it's okay to, you know, just have fun, and there are going to be times where you really like the page that you made, and there are times that you really won't like it, and that's okay. So there's this thing that I like to call first page jitters. I actually don't like to call it this, I just came up with this term for the video. But it's basically when you have a new notebook you're starting and the first page is just blank and like staring at you in the face. In your brain you're just like, what am I gonna write? This first page has to be amazing and blah 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 blah. Okay, I know, I've been there. I have two ways to kind of try and combat this. The first way is to just skip the page completely, and I've actually done this a lot, because it's like, okay, I don't know what I want to do on the first page, but I have something that I know I want to write about. I'll just go to the second page and start writing about it. That way I can worry about what's on the first page later, or even never put anything on the first page, which is totally fine. The second way that I go about dealing with this is creating like an introductory page for the journal. Now maybe it's just like introducing yourself, or even just write down the reasons why you're starting the journal, maybe what you're trying to get out of journaling, and so you can just, you know, have those things in your head, and then you can have them written down into your journal on the first page, so that if you ever do go back and look at your journal, you can see, oh, so this is why I started doing this, and you can reflect and see if anything has changed since that point in time as well. So with all that in mind, I now send you free to start your journaling journey. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I know it might have been a lot. Hey guys, Editing L here. Just came in to say I'm so terribly sorry for the horrible video quality in this video. I don't know what happened. Something messed with my settings. I don't even know. So my apologies for that. Anyways, thanks again for watching. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, all the things. Thanks for watching. Bye!